What's up guys? Today is a leg workout and I haven't shown you the quad dominant leg workout for a good while, and so I decided to show it again. And I've used some basic principles during this workout which I will go over, and these have worked for me personally to handle my stubborn legs. Anyway, we start out with the leg extensions, warming up with 15 kilos first and then moving the weight up 10 kilos every time until we hit 65 kilos. So that's 5 to 6 sets depending on your increments. Making sure the knee joint is fully warmed up. Keep the tension on the quad at all times and make sure to squeeze when you go up to pump up the quads. And the bigger the pump you feel now, the more beneficial it will be during the next exercise, which you will see right now. So we have arrived at the hack squat, and going full range of motion here is crucial. And this is, in my opinion, the best pure quad builder there is. You can really concentrate on the stretch and feel of the muscle without having to balance or worry about falling over like during the back squat and the front squat, for example. So the pump you had earlier from the leg extensions will influence how well your quads respond to the stretch during this exercise. So when you go all the way down, you want to feel that tight feeling in your quads. This is the key that worked for me, that built up my legs a lot. You want to send a signal to your legs that they have to grow. And this is for everyone who wants to make their legs grow more efficiently, but especially for us taller guys. We tend to use our lower back more during the back squat, for example, because of the length of our legs. It sometimes is harder to go very deep. So that's why I like to pretty much always include the hack squat, and you should really try it out. And keep in mind, you can't really go extremely heavy doing this full range of motion. 100 kilos is already a lot of weight for us doing it this way. So start out with no weight added at all. Actually, I do that as well to just warm up the legs, get used to this movement. You know, the full range of motion does bring risks for people who have sensitive knees and have trouble with their joints, but just start with nothing and add light weights to see how it feels. And now it's time for the leg press, and I'm a fan, as you know, of full range of motion, but on this particular exercise I think 90 degrees is sufficient, at least for me. The problem with going deeper than that is that my lower back gets involved. I simply feel it. I simply feel the burn in my lower back as well as my glutes. And I want it to be all about the quads, so I keep full tension on them by using this particular range of motion. And if you want to target the outer sweep of the quads more, you should have a narrow positioning like I have right there. And this is just another angle and way of targeting the quads compared to the hack squat we did earlier. So it's a nice complementary exercise for complete quad development. So, I want to finish off the quads with the Sissy Squat. It's a pretty strange name for such an interesting but hard exercise, and I'm pretty much using the same principle as before, constant tension on the quads and really make them burn. And it's hard to make your quads burn during the leg press unless you use light weights or drop sets, but the Sissy Squat right here is pretty much the best exercise to make your quads feel like they are on fire. And then I always like to target the inner thighs during my leg workouts, which I'm doing right now. So using the Adductor Machine, and I add quite a lot of weight so I can get a nice deep stretch on those adductor muscles. And remember, the bigger your inner thighs, the bigger your legs will look in general. It's all about closing that thigh gap for us guys. Especially with longer legs, it will make a big difference. And right here you can see a comparison of me during two different spread apart competitions, and as you can see, working on the inner thighs just makes a world of a difference. Now, to complement the previous exercise, we do some wide stance squats. Using the Smith machine on this one to focus on the inner thighs better. And remember, the wider your stance, the more you target the adductor muscles or the inner thighs. But doing this with a free barbell would also be a great choice, if not better. And ideally, I would like to go at least 90 degrees on this one, but I wasn't able to do so due to the risk of injury. And as long as I feel the stretch and burn in those adductors right now, I'm good. And we of course cannot forget that we have to finish off the workout with some calf work. Now, most people who do calf exercises, who train their calves, don't really use a range of motion on the exercises that goes beyond the range of motion when you walk. Remember, you're always doing calf raises when you walk around, and if you think about it, why would your calves grow then? There's nothing really telling your brain that your calves are experiencing anything different from walking. It's just a bit heavier. But your calves are used to extremely much work already, so you have to stimulate them beyond what they are used to. So my big advice here is to use the full range of motion and go down as deeply as you can. Pause. Get all the momentum out of there and then go up all the way. Squeeze the calves as hard as you can. And if you feel like you can't go up high enough, which a lot of people have problems with, simply lower the weight until you can. Then as you get stronger at that part of the movement, you increase the weight. And I like to do at least 2 different calf exercises or motions during a workout. So I first do 4 regular sets, which you saw right before this one of calf raises, increasing the weight every time of course, and then finishing off with 21s, which I'm doing right now. And that is 21 reps during one set, 7 reps at the bottom of the movement, 7 reps at the top, and 7 complete reps to really burn and finish off those calves. And that's it for today, guys. Bulking and cutting videos coming soon. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay golden. Oh,